හලෝ අපි ඉන්නේ අද මොස්තා කියන සිටි එකේ මෝල්ටා වල ඩොමේන් ඇකඩමි එකේ අපි චතුර අද ඩොමේන් ඇකඩමි එක අපේ පාර්ට්නර්ඩ් ඇකඩමි එකක් ඩිරෙක්ට් පාර්ට්නර්ෂිප් එකක් තියෙන ශ්‍රී ලංකන් ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් එකක් ඉන්නවා මේකේ සහ අපි අද ඔයගලන්ට ඕවරෝල් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එකක් දෙනවා ඉන්ස්ටිටියුට් එකේ අපි අපේ ඉන්ටර්විව් එකක් තියෙනවා මිස්ටර් රොබර්ට් ඩාර්මනින් Chief Operation Officer. Plus, we will be visiting to the classrooms and going around and having a discussion with the professor as well. So let's go and see, right? So today I'm at the Domain Academy Malta and we are doing an exclusive interview with Mr. Robert Darmanin, who is the Chief Operations Officer. So we will be talking about frequently asked questions. We get a lot of questions from Sri Lankan students and we are the partnered education agency to Sri Lanka with Domain Academy. We will be going frequently asked questions that we can get answered by Mr. Darmanin himself, so it will be helpful for them to get idea about studying in Malta, about Domain Academy. So we'll go on with the questions, alright? So first question I will shoot generally, Malta is a good destination in 2026. Tell us about that.
So first of all, thanks for this opportunity. I would say yes. And I see a lot of similarities between Malta and Sri Lanka. I've been to Sri Lanka myself. We have an amazing country. And there are a lot of similarities. I would say the most similar thing is the warmth of the people. So in Sri Lanka, everyone is very welcoming. Everyone is always ready to help. And same in Malta. Having said that, yes, I would say that Malta is still one of the top destinations in terms of studying within Europe because there are a lot of advantages when someone decides to enroll for a program here in Malta. Tuition fee compared to other European countries is considered to be lower, cost of living is also lower, loads of job opportunities here in Malta and also government incentives. Speaking about cost of living here in Malta and job opportunities, few people know that although Malta is the smallest country within the European Union, our economy is the fastest growing economy within the same Eurozone. So obviously we're speaking per head, per capita. So if we have to see the economy per head, all right, per individual living in Malta compared to other countries within the European Union, Malta is the fastest growing economy. So that along brings loads of job opportunities and also other incentives for students who decide to enroll here in Malta. One of the most, I would say, advantage incentive there is at the moment is also the Get Qualified scheme, where students studying in Malta, being Maltese or third country nationals, if they decide to continue with a work permit here in Malta after successfully completing their course, they would be eligible to apply for the Get Qualified scheme, which at the moment is 70% of their tuition fee back. So that's quite a unique incentive. So yes, I would say that Malta is still considered as an elite study destination.
Yeah, like he said, we experience also since we are operating here, we also witness what he said. So as being pioneer of the industry in Domain Academy, tell the Sri Lankan students specifically, because we have a lot of Sri Lankan students here, so we will be briefly interviewing them after this session as well. So tell us what are the courses that Domain Academy offers and to especially that Sri Lankan students can enroll in Malta.
I like your statement of pioneer. In fact, Domain Academy this year we're celebrating our 31st anniversary in operation. We are the first private institution in Malta to obtain a private provider higher education license. And we are also very proud that apart from welcoming international students, of which obviously we have Sri Lankan students, at the moment we have 60% of our student population made up from Maltese students. So that shows that Domain Academy is a trusted name locally. So first, our strategy was to establish ourselves as a local institution. When we reached certain levels, then we started tapping international students, and we started welcoming international students since 2015. At the moment, as I said, we have students coming from Sri Lanka, we have students coming from Africa, Latin America, and also other European states. And in terms of offering, our portfolio is quite vast. We have courses in business management, we have courses in hospitality management, we have IT courses, we have banking and finance courses, we have also healthcare courses, and recently we also launched a new blend in terms of business and AI and blockchain. So in terms of offering, we offer from level 4 up to master's level in certain fields. So definitely anyone who is considering Malta as a study destination and considering Domain Academy as their preferred study partner, there is a course that will fit his needs.
Yeah, that's what. Next question I was going to ask at the end, but I'm going to ask it now because we were invited last time for the graduation. Domain Academy held on January, I guess. September. And we witnessed, actually, it's a mix of everybody. Like there were a lot of, like he said, Maltese individuals, and as well, it's a vast culture here. So it's benefits for the students who comes here. They get the experience blending with Maltese and mixed culture here. So the next one, like, tell us about the exam bodies that you have partnered with, and a bit about a brief on that, please.
Sure. So obviously throughout these years, Domain Academy, as I said, established itself as an elite institution, and throughout the years, we partnered with different awarding bodies. Although Domain Academy in itself is an awarding body, but for example, if we mention the hospitality course, it is awarded by Domain Academy. We also offer programs on behalf of University of Derby in UK, which is considered to be top 10 in terms of business school, business faculty. We also offer programs on behalf of Pearson International. Pearson is the biggest education provider in the world. And also Qualify. Qualify is another UK awarding body. So again, like what we did with the international students, first we established ourselves with these international partners in terms of offering. And once we consolidated our offerings, Domain Academy started accrediting its own courses. The first one, actually, it was the hospitality management. And I'm very proud to say that although it's not available for international students, Domain Academy is the only private institution in Malta that offers a master's degree in health psychology leading to a warrant. So that's the first time in Malta that a private institution is offering a master's degree and in a very highly demanded field, psychology, that actually leads to a warrant. And we are very proud of that. So in terms of offerings and partnership, yes, we do have collaborations, as I mentioned, but not with just those awarding bodies, but with other institutions as well. So just to put you into perspective, students studying with Domain Academy and obtaining their qualifications here, they are free, all right, to explore the possibility to study in any other state, all right, around the world, because all of our courses, and this is very important, all of our offerings are internationally recognized.
All right, perfect. So we'll jump into top-up degrees. So whoever contacting us, Chatura will be the one who is talking with the students basically. So I will let Chatura talk about the top-up degrees. So it will be better, I think.
Actually, that's one of the common questions, Robert, asking our students, those who are completed in advanced diploma.
Yeah.
So they are asking like whether they can do a top-up degree in Malta. So when it comes to top-up degrees, what will be the entry requirements when it comes to Domain Academy?
Sure. So the answer is yes, they can do top-up degrees. At the moment, we have top-up degrees in business management and IT. And there are two different types of applicants. So I know that in Sri Lanka, it's very popular to obtain diplomas, higher national diplomas with Pearson, Qualify, ATHE, OTHM, so these UK awarding bodies, if the student would have a full level 5 program in either business management or IT, that automatically he will be eligible for a top-up degree. All right, so we would require the transcript, all right, showing a full level 5 diploma and also the certificate. And if it's a off-qual qualification, the student will automatically be eligible for the top-up degree. Now, if the student has a level 5 qualification, a full level 5 qualification, but it's not an off-qual accredited, all right, it could be from a college or university in Sri Lanka, we will still consider him for a top-up degree on the basis that he gets an empiric recognition statement from the MFHA here in Malta. Right? If the MFHA certifies that the applicant is in a position of a full level 5 right, diploma, yes, he will be eligible also to apply for a top-up degree. Top-up degree usually takes 1 year, 1 academic year. And with that certification, the student would consolidate a full bachelor's degree.
So another question I have, there are students who contacting us as well, and those are completed top-up degrees. So if someone has a top-up degree in Sri Lanka, whether that person can automatically qualify for MBA program?
So if the student has a top-up degree in Sri Lanka, so he consolidated with the top-up degree a bachelor's degree, then the next natural step for the student would be to enroll for a level 7 qualification. So at Domain Academy, we have 2 types of level 7 qualification. We have a postgraduate diploma at level 7, all right? So it's a diploma, okay? Or else the MBA, all right? And when it comes to the MBA, we have 3 kinds of MBA. We have the generic MBA, and then we have 2 specialized MBA. We have an MBA with AI and blockchain, right? It's not programming, so I make it clear about AI, but it's about the implementation of AI and blockchain within the business environment. And we have another one, an MBA with sustainable management, all right? So yes, the next step would be a level 7 qualification.
Okay. The last question I would like to ask, when it comes, because we have a lot of students who are asking for hospitality programs. So if someone have qualification of certification level program completed in Sri Lanka with plus working experience, can that person apply for like automatically, or can that person directly apply for bachelor's?
So obviously admission are done on a case-by-case basis, all right? So what we do from our end, we guide the students accordingly. So if, depending on his qualification, we see that the student can apply for a higher level than what he actually requested, we will guide him accordingly, all right? But yes, if a student has a diploma in hospitality already awarded from Sri Lanka and with the relevant experience, yes, he can be considered for a bachelor's in business management.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes, in terms of hospitality management, the students, what are the exposure that they get rather than the classrooms? If you can explain on that.
Not just hospitality, but all our students, as much as possible, we give them exposure through a dedicated office. So we have an office which is called the EU and Industry Relations Office, where from time to time we do organize industry visits to our students. So we want to take actually the students within the industry so they experience firsthand what they are learning about. But this doesn't stop just here. Because we also have the Erasmus projects going on, right, where we do send a number of students on Erasmus exchange programs. We've sent students to Norway, we've sent students to Spain, we've sent students also to Finland recently. So opportunities are there, and as much as possible we try to integrate our students, all right, and encourage them to participate in such exposure programs. Another very important thing is the following, that all of our lecturers are practitioners, all right? So our lecturers are not just employed with us 24/7. They are actually people working within the field. So I always tell the students that your lecturer might be your future employer. All right? So if you look at it from the other perspective, the lecturer himself, he's a stakeholder. So this is how even we create courses at Domain Academy in collaboration with all the stakeholders, all right, being lecturers or the industry experts. All right? We try as much as possible to see what are the needs of the state, all right, and we create, all right, courses and specific units depending on what are the actual needs. So as much as possible, we give this opportunity to the student. All right. Apart from that, also on a cultural side, we also organize cultural lessons, we call them, for them. Usually it's the last Friday of the month where we take them to visit certain places in Malta. Last week we've been to the President's Palace in Valletta. The previous month we've been to Victoriosa also, where we try to give the experience and share the experiences of locals with the student and tell them what they, as students, foreign students studying in Malta, can do also with, for example, their Tallinja card, the bus card, which is free here in Malta. It's not just a bus card, but it gives you also the possibility to cross with the ferry for free.
Yeah.
All right, so we try to explain to the students what they can do, all right, and where to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect. So another question that came into my mind, like whoever who comes here at the Domain Academy, the student support services, do we have a separate department for that? Like how does it work? What kind of areas that you support a student when they are here in Malta?
So as you know, as our partners, we support students as our also motto says, supporting students from registration, graduation and beyond. This is not just the saying, but it's our belief. So we support from registration, as together with you as our partners, we try to guide with the best possible fit for the students and our program. To graduation, because as you will see, we try to keep the classrooms as small as possible. So there is easy interaction with the lecturers, and also we give support in terms of academics. And beyond, also through this dedicated office that I mentioned earlier, we give the exposure as much as possible to the student. But it doesn't stop there, because obviously then the student, once in Malta, they would need to change for their TRC. So these offerings are done through the student support office, all right, within the operations department, where we support students in assisting them in preparing their documentation. We also assist them in getting a local insurance cover at a reduced price, all right, through our partners as well. So this is all being offered to the students. It's being done free of charge. So it's part of the package that the students pay here. When they pay the tuition, they have all of these services which are included.
Okay, perfect. So I'll be asking another final two questions, very important. We get the request for MBAs because most of y'all are like married. That what about the spouse bringing here if they are studying in Malta?
So since you mentioned MBA, I have to say something about the MBA. So our MBA, it's 18 months. It's 1 year and a half. And there are no exams. No exams in any of our programs. Our programs are all assessed through assignments and presentation. All right, so you don't need to study by heart, all right, to perform in your exams. Everything is structured in a way of assignment. And most of the time, the assignments start with a specific sentence. Choose an organization of your choice. So we are letting you free to pick an organization that you are familiar with and structure your assignment on that. Right? So any working professional who is considering coming to Malta to study for an MBA, right, can actually consider to do his MBA on his workplace. So that is already something that he could put his mind at rest, that he would know exactly on which areas to focus, right? Because no one better than himself would know the company. So, stay back period. In Malta, anyone who completes the course, successfully complete the course, will be entitled for a 9-month stay back period. All right? So when the student completes the course, all right, automatically he is eligible for a 9-month stay back period. During this 9-month stay back period, the applicant, the student, is encouraged, if he wants to find employment in Malta. right? And I consider this 9 months as very, very crucial. And I will explain why. Since earlier we also mentioned the get qualified, if the student during this 9-month period manages to secure employment in Malta, all right, he can switch to a work permit. All right, now, to clarify, anyone studying with Domain Academy, all right, does not need to apply for his skill pass. So in order for 10th country nationals to come to Malta to work, they need to apply for a skill pass. Anyone studying with Domain Academy, you don't need to apply for that skill pass because you already, let's use the word, certified that you are up to standard, all right, because you are being trained here in Malta. Now, if you manage to switch to a work permit, all right, then you can apply also for your Get Qualified scheme, where you will be refunded back 70% of your tuition fee through tax credit. So if you're working, you're getting a salary, you're paying taxes, all right, so those 70% you will get them through tax credit. Once you are in employment, that you have been in employment for 1 year, you can start the process of family repatriation. Right? So family repatriation in Malta, it is allowed, but once you are in employment. Having said that, if you have your family and you're studying here, you can still invite them over as tourists, all right? And the student, all right, can obviously issue an invitation letter, all right, for his family to visit him as a tourist. Something that as a school we also do during the graduation period. So obviously when you are you're going to celebrate your graduation, you can come over to us and we can invite your family to come over as a tourist to celebrate your achievements as well.
Just a quick question. Sorry to interrupt you. As you mentioned that you can, as a college, as an institute, you can offer like invitation letter, even though before the graduation, if someone wants to visit their...
No, what we do in that case, the student needs to invite them over, all right, but the authorities will liaise with us to certify that the student is still a student of ours.
All right.
All right. We cannot just issue a letter to invite his family over.
All right.
For graduation, yes, for celebration, because that's an event hosted by us.
Okay.
All right. But if the student would like to invite his family over for a period of 2 weeks, all right, to visit him, all right, the student will need to issue an invitation letter, and the authorities will double check with us whether the student is actually still active with our institution.
Thank you.
Thank you very much
You're welcome.
for the insight. And as we believe, since we are working with them for a long time, we can say this is one of the reliable pathway to come to Malta for Sri Lankan students. And we have got quite a good number of approvals with the Domain Academy, and they are studying in Domain Academy. So if you have anything, always send us a message or email to us, and we will be joining the classroom after this. There's a hospitality management class. We will be talking to the lecturer himself. We will be continuing there. So thank you again.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time.
Most welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
Good day. අපි ක්ලාස්රූම් සෙෂන් එකකට ඇවිල්ලා මේ වෙලාවේ ඉන්නේ. අපිට ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් හම්බුණා කරන්ටි ස්ටඩි කරන. අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ඒගොල්ලත් එක්ක පොඩ්ඩක් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක ගැන කතා කරලා බලමු. මේ මාත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා ඉනෝෂි. එයා තමයි ඕල්ඩස්ට් මම හිතන්නේ 2022 තමයි ජොයින් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉනෝෂි පොඩ්ඩක් බ්‍රීෆ් කරන්න ඔයාගේ ජර්නි එක ඩොමේන් ඇකඩමි එකත් එක්ක.
So මගේ නම ඉනෝෂි. දැන් මං ඩොමේන් ඇකඩමි එකේ ස්ටඩි කරනවා දැන් අවුරුදු 3මාරක් විතර. මං ආවේ 2022. මං කරන කෝස් එක මං ඩිග්‍රී එකක් කම්ප්ලීට් කරන ගමන් ඉන්නේ BA in Business Administration. ඒ වගේම මට ඔපචුනිටි එකක් හම්බුණා මෙහි රිසෙප්ෂනිස්ට් රෝල් එකට ඇප්ලයි කරන්න. දැන් මම මේ අන්ඩර් ට්‍රේනින් ඉන්නේ.
අපිට එක්ක ඉන්නවා සිතික. thank you.
කවීෂ ඉන්නවා. ඒ වගේම රන්දුල ඉන්නවා. කවීෂ පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්නකෝ ඔයා කවද්ද මාල්ට වලට ආවේ? දැන් ඔයා ෆලෝ කරන කෝස් එක මොකද්ද? කොහොමද ඔයාගේ එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්නකෝ.
මං ඇවිල්ලා දැන්ට මාස දෙකක් වෙනවා මෝල්ට වලට. මම ෆලෝ කරන කෝස් එක තමයි hospitality and tourism management undergraduate diploma. මෙහි තියෙන එඩුකේෂන් එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එක ගොඩක් හොඳයි. අපිට තියෙන මොනිටයිසේෂන් ගොඩක් දුරට සතියට දවස් 2යි. තුරු වැඩ ටික අපිට පාර්ට් ටයිම් කරගෙන ඒ වැඩ ටික කරගන්න පුළුවන්. and අපිට මේගොල්ලෝ හැම මාසෙකම ඉන්ඩගේ මේගොල්ලෝ අපිව මෙහි තියෙන විසිටින් ප්ලේස් වලට එක්කයි යනවා. මෙහි තියෙන ටුවරිසම් කොහොමද මෙහි වෙන්නේ, කොහොමද මේකේ තියෙන සමයක කොහොමද වින්ටර් කොහොමද යන විදිහ අපිට A to Z පැහැදිලි කරලා දෙනවා.
Thank you.
අන්තිම එක මට අහන්න ඕනේ. ඔයා දකින්න විදිහට ඩොමේන් ඇකඩමි එකේ ඔයා ගත්ත එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක කවර කෙනෙක් ලංකාවෙන් ඉන්නවා නම් ඩොමේන් ඇකඩමි එක තෝරගන්නවා නම් එයාට තියෙන බෙනිෆිට් මොකක්ද? ඔයාට කියන්න පුළුවන්.
එතකොට මේ ඇකඩමි එකේ ඔයා වර්ක් කරලා මේ ස්ටඩි කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාගේ කැරියර් පාත් එකට මෙහි මෝල්ටා වල ඒ වගේම යුරෝප් සමහර කන්ට්‍රීස් වල ගොඩාක් ඇක්සෙප්ට් කරනවා. මොකද මෙහි අවෝඩින් බොඩි එක වෙන්නේ පියර්සන් යුනිවර්සිටි එක. අනිත් එක තමයි අයර්ලන්ඩ් වල University UK. So ඒවා ගොඩාක්ම recognized universities මේ යුරෝප් countries වල. So ඒකේ main provider කෙනෙක් තමයි domain academy එක. So මම හිතන්නේ ඒක ලොකු benefit එකක් වගේ වෙනවා.
ඔව් සිතික අපිට කියන්න ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් එකක් කොහොමද ක්ලාස් එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එක ඔයා ස්ටඩි කරන ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක සහ ඔය ලෙවල් එකේ දින්නේ කොච්චර කාලද ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් ටිකක් ෂෙයා කරන්න.
අතරම මම ආවේ දැන්ට මාස දෙකකට කලින් මෝල්ටා වලට. So මම ෆලෝ කරන්නේ undergraduate diploma in hospitality management. ඒ ක්ලාසස් තියෙන්නේ වීක් එකට දවස් දෙකක් වගේ. එතකොට ක්ලාසස් තියෙන්නේ morning sessions. ක්ලාසස් තියෙන එතකොට the rest of days අපි free අපිට අපේ අනිත් part times මොනවා හරි ෆලෝ කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම lecturers and the staff very friendly.
I am here with Professor Conrad. He will be briefing about the course and the details so you can understand from him so what's it's about basically.
Good afternoon or good morning, should I say? The name of the course is called Undergraduate Diploma in Hospitality Management, and I am one of the lecturers that lecture in this management course. We have here the subjects that they study, for example, managing the customer experience, the hospitality, business management, toolkit, leadership and management, and they have about 8 different subjects. Today we were discussing about front office operations management. I myself as a lecturer have studied in Switzerland, had a hospitality management program, and then I worked in different countries with a big international hotel chain. And these were in Paris, in Geneva, in London, and even in Scotland.
I would like to ask, we are actually from Sri Lanka originally, and we have also an island like Malta. There's a lot of tourism going on as well in our country. And so basically, I wanted to ask you, we have students who are willing to come to Malta, especially for this course. And if the person would like to take this course and end of the course, what will be the benefits that that student will get after taking this course?
Okay, there are actually many benefits, and why? First of all, tourism as a global is growing all the time, and it is easier to find jobs. Here in Malta, we need a lot of people. As it is an island, tourism is our biggest industry, and people who work in the industry want to find people who has qualifications. That is very important. And here at the academy, because we are also part of the EU, students have the ability then to work here or even in Europe, because this is an international certificate where you can work wherever you like. Some students, because they said they have been studying already, have found work. Even some of the students here already found work as a part-time, because at the moment they are studying and working. But then after the course, many people stay here for a number of years to work in the tourism industry because they have achieved and graduated with this hospitality management program.
Management, this is what he said. What gets measured gets done. If we don't measure it, nothing will be done. And that is very important.